guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today's video is another packing video. I am leaving in just under 2 days time to go backpacking in Cambodia, Vietnam, and then going to Australia for a working holiday visa. So this is kind of packing for backpacking, but also like when we settle down in Australia and find jobs and a flat and things like that. So I found it a little bit more difficult than your average backpacking trip to pack for, especially seeing as Australia has so many climates. So I've tried to take all that into consideration, and this is my packing video today. So the luggage that I am taking is one backpack, which is 40 litres, one cabin size suitcase, and then my Kanken to take for like day trips or as my hand luggage, my personal item sort of thing. And this is my backpacking backpack. It's from Quecha. This one I believe is called the Class 40 Air. So like I said, this is 40 litres and I really like it because it's especially for women. So it's a little bit slimmer. It's got a mesh compartment at the back to cool you down, and it also means you can put things at the back that don't like spike you in the back, because I hate that feeling when there's this lovely compartment here. And I also love it because it's got so many different compartments and things, which I will show you. So one thing that I say to people is don't get a backpack which only opens from the top. So mine goes down and it doesn't zip all the way to the bottom, but I've never had a problem with getting things that I need from in here because it zips pretty far down. So as you can see, there's just like the main compartment in there. There is this little bit inside which also has a couple things in it which I will run through in a second. There's actually like a sleeve inside here, but I've actually never used that one because I just put everything in this bit. The zip is also a double zip, so you can zip it from the bottom without zipping the top. I hope you can see that. And I do have a little bit of wear and tear in this bag, but it has lasted me about 2 years now. I took it with me to Thailand last year for 6 months, and it also came to Sri Lanka and all of my like trips throughout that as well. It also has a little rain cover at the bottom here, which I'm not going to get out right now because honestly I've actually never used this, but I'm glad that I have it in case I do need it one day. There's a couple of like things here at the bottom which you could clip things to, or like carabiner, or like your shoes or your wet swimwear, things like that. There is one mesh pocket at the front here, and then there is also one behind that which is a zip, and that is on this side here. I'm hoping you can see this. I realise it's a bit awkward when it doesn't have anything in it, but as we start to fill it up, hopefully you will see. And this little cute heart padlock I got the other day from Flying Tiger. It's like part of their Valentine's collection, but I just loved it so much and it was £2. There's also a little mesh pocket on each side here which I like to put my shoes in. I will be putting my shoes in those today. At the back there is another compartment here for putting stuff up at the very top. So I hope that I have explained the backpack well. I really like this backpack. I recommend it. I think I got this one from Decathlon about 4 or 5 years ago, and like I said, there's a couple of like wears and tear. They don't affect like the usage of the bag, so I still think this is going strong. It's also got some pockets here on the little hip clasps that you use, which is good for things like passports. This backpack is going to be my main bag for the Asia part of the trip, and then I'm going to put things for Australia that I don't necessarily need straight away in my cabin suitcase. So I have gone with packing cubes. I really like packing cubes. I feel like it's not only a good way to compress things, but also to know where everything is, because this is essentially a giant tote bag. Like if I just put everything in, I wouldn't have no clue where anything is. So I've got some sort of a system with my packing cubes, which I will show you now. Well, I'm going to put heaviest at the bottom. I think this one is joint heaviest. This one just looks like this. I believe I got my packing cubes from Amazon and they are the small size, but I quite like this size. I wouldn't really want to go much bigger. This one has got my play suit and 4 dresses, and also my little smaller tops for like tank tops or going out tops, and as well as 4 little crop tops which cover my shoulders, which are good for temples and things. I'm also taking one baggy top, but I will be wearing that on the plane. I really like wearing dresses when I'm going backpacking because you just like chuck it on and that's your outfit done. So I'm going to put this one at the very bottom because like I said, it's heaviest. You should try and put all your heaviest things at the bottom of the backpack. It would just be easier for your back. And in this little compartment here, like I talked about before, I've got my hat, my sunglasses, and an air tag. I got 2 air tags for Christmas, so I put one in my backpack and one in my suitcase, so hopefully my luggage, if it does get lost, I will know where it is. Next packing cube is my bottoms. So I've got my joggies that I'm going to wear on the plane, and I also put my gym leggings into my suitcase because I don't think I will be working out at least until I get to Australia. And I've also put my black pair of culottes into my Kanken just in case my luggage does go missing and I only have my Kanken. I want to be able to wear something other than the joggies that I'm travelling to Asia in because I'll be absolutely boiling. So I packed those away in there. For this one I've just got my white linen-y trousers, my denim shorts, my black cycling shorts, a skirt, and then my sort of joggy shorts as well. So that's all the bottoms that I'm taking with me. The skirt I won't really wear day to day, that's just for like if we're going out drinking or something like that. And then if I push my packing cubes to the side, I've got a little bit of space along one side here. So I ordered some more packing cubes from Amazon the other day, and I got this really long skinny one which I really like. So I've decided to put my toiletries in here, and also because I am checking in this bag, it doesn't really matter about the liquids, so if I put all my liquids in this bag I don't need to worry about anything. Basically I've used this long one, but I've also put them in two little small toiletry bags just in case they do leak, but I still wanted them to fit into that elongated packing cube. In this first toiletry bag I've just got like sort of beauty and hair things. I've got a curl cream, my curl jelly, shampoo, shower gel, and my little conditioner. I wasn't going to take like my own products with me, but I only had this much conditioner left in the whole bottle, so I thought might as well just take that one, and then I can chuck away the little reusable bottle when that's finished. In my other toiletries bag I have got my insect repellent and my sun cream. I'm taking 2 of each with me just because it can get quite expensive over there. Also the sun over there is very strong. I'm not taking any chances, I'm Scottish. So those just fit really nicely in that packing cube. I'm so glad that I bought that one, and I can just shove it down the side. Packing does require quite a lot of Tetris, and I'm not gonna lie, this isn't the first time that I have practiced packing this bag with this stuff, because I'm not one of those people that can do it the night before. That would stress me out so much. I've like gone around and changed this bag so many times that I could not do it the night before. You need at least, I would give yourself 2 days, sort of hum and ha and see how things fit in your bag before you do something like this. So right now my bag is looking like this. I've got the 2 packing cubes here, and then that long elongated one fits nicely at the side. We're about half full at this point, which is fine. I'm gonna put this packing cube next. It is quite loose because it's just got 2 pairs of pyjamas, 1 shorts pair and 1 nightie, and then I've got like long pair pyjamas, but I'm also putting them in my suitcase for Australia because I think it'll be too hot to wear those in Asia. So I've just got 2 sets of pyjamas for Asia, and then I've also put this in here, which is my colour gloss, which I use to maintain my hair. I did it yesterday. I think it works really well. However, I took this little thing off to use it yesterday, and you can't reattach it. It like snaps open, so I've had to try and put a bobble on to secure this. So hopefully this doesn't leak. But I couldn't fit it in those little toiletries bags, and I had space in my pyjamas packing cube, so I've just stuck it in there with my pyjamas, and I'm hoping it doesn't leak all over my pyjamas. Next thing I'm going to put in is really slim. It is just my microfiber towel, and it just sort of sandwiches in between my packing cubes like this. I got this one from Amazon like 4 years ago as well, and it's lasted me so well. Make sure that you get one big enough though, because sometimes you can buy things on Amazon without checking the proportions, and then you make the same mistake that my best friend Lauren did, and she had to walk out the bathroom in a hostel in like a hand towel. Our final packing cube, this is my underwear, my swimwear, my socks. I've got 1 bra, 2 bralettes. I'm going to add another bralette that I'm wearing in today. Later I've got 4 or 5 pairs of socks, 10 pairs of pants, and 3 bikinis, all in this packing cube. And because I need underwear the most, I'm going to put this at the top. This is how we're looking at the minute. Because the packing cubes are quite squishy, we can still squish them down a little bit, and we've still got space at the side. These are 2 very rogue things, but I'm going to take them with me anyway. This is a door stopper. You can use it if you're feeling a little bit unsafe in a hotel room, or wedge underneath the door. I thought might as well just take it, it's not going to take up much space. And these are cable ties. They saved my life when I was in Thailand and the zip broke on one of my packing cubes. It was just the pulley bit that broke, not the actual zip, so I couldn't really zip it properly, so I put the cable tie through there and used that to zip the bag closed. Also makes me feel a bit safer if you cable tie your like luggage closed, and I just use nail clippers to keep them open. And together these 2 things basically take up any space, so I'll just shove them down the side as well. I've got a reusable face mask and an eye mask, and I'm going to wear this until I can like walk into a 7-Eleven and buy some disposable one, because the humidity in Asia means that you basically can't wear a fabric face mask. So I'm just going to pop these in the front little mesh section here. Okay, so I still have like this much space in the actual main part of the bag, but I'm going to give that a rest for a second and move on to the other side pockets of the bag. Like I said, I'm going to use the side pockets here for shoes, so I'm going to be taking a pair of trainers that I'm wearing on the plane, my Birkenstocks, and then also my sliders, which are also like my slippers, and I'll be wearing in like hostels for like bathrooms and stuff. So I'm going to put my Birkenstocks in the side here. I put 1 in this side, 1 in that side. They just fit in there quite nicely. And then for this main pocket here in the top part, I'm going to put in this little toiletries bag. In here I've just got things that I'm taking but aren't as like urgent as sun cream and things. I've got backup bulk repellent which I had left over from Thailand, so I'm just taking that as well. I've got a little mini moisturiser, a hydrocortisone cream which is really good for bites, and a little diluting juice thing because I love diluting juice. These are like things that I want to bring, but they're not essentials. I'm not keeping them with the rest of the toiletries. And then I'm also bringing my cat tote bag that I got for Christmas. It's a really good size, it's quite a big tote bag, and I will be using that if I like want another day bag as well as my Kanken, but this is mainly going to be my laundry bag, so I'm going to roll that up, put that in here as well. I just love this backpack so much. I feel like people take 60 litre and 80 litre and it looks so big, and mine is 40 litres but I can still fit so much in. I'm going to take 3 pads and just stuff them in there as well, just in case of emergencies. And then I think I've got a couple more things I need to add in here but a bit later, like my razor and things, and probably a couple of chargers. I'm going to pop in here my flannel and my Body Shop cleansing balm, and I'm taking another flannel as well so I can rotate them, but this one is wet from when I used it most recently. When it's wet I can just carry it in this little Glossier bag and the water doesn't get out, so that's really good. This is also my little skincare set. I got this one from Revolution with Sally Hughes. It's absolutely tiny. I would really recommend this. And then I've also got 2 books that I want to try and fit in this bag. I don't really know if it's going to be possible, but I'm going to give it a try. I've got such a fun age. Books are like my weakness when it comes to packing. I want to take all my books because I know that I've got a Kindle and I'm bringing a Kindle, but I've already got these books, so I want to bring them with me and read them whilst I've already got them. This one is Small Pleasures. They both fit inside this pocket here, and I've still got space up at the top. I'm sure I won't by the end of this video. That's how it's looking right now. I'll probably also like add a few more extra things that I'm going to be using up in the next few days, and I think that means that we're finished with this section and we're going to move on to the cabin suitcase section. This is how the backpack looks on. Obviously I'm just like leaning on my bed. Like I said, it's a women's one, so it's not like too wide. It sort of fits a women's frame. Also, if you can see these boxes in any other clutter in my room, I'm basically packing up my whole room because when I get back, my room is not my room anymore. I have to move out, which I'm 24, 25 this year, so half of the boxes will be going to Dad's and half the boxes will be like going in the garage or something. I also have this travel pillow with a blanket inside, which is really helpful. I'll just clip that onto one of my bags when I go. But this is my suitcase. This is Skyflight London. Just looks like this. Hopefully it should fit in the cabin. I bought this from TK Maxx. I think it was on sale for like £40. It's got 4 wheels. It's got like a padlock on the side, which I think is really cool. So let's run through what I've got in here so far. I think I'm also going to put my makeup into my backpack actually, because that will obviously have liquids in it, but I'm going to take 2 small eyeshadow palettes just in the suitcase because I know I won't really use them until I get to Australia either. This is the NARS one and this is the NYX one. And then I also got this for Christmas, which is really useful. This is like a little tech gadgets bag. So I've got like my hard drive, my Canon charger, batteries, loads of things in there, which is really useful, and it keeps them all together and keeps them safe. And then I don't know if you can see in this side, I've basically put the remaining clothes like inside the lining of the bag to try and like make use of as much space as possible, because if you've got a suitcase, you know that like under this bit it's just the thing for the handle. So I thought I might as well open up the zip bag and try and like squash stuff down underneath the lining. I've got this new jumper that I got from Asda, which I really love, so I'm going to be wearing a hoodie on the plane. That's like my only other jumper. I thought I would take one hoodie and one sort of like nicer jumper, if you get me. These are the gym leggings I talked about earlier, and I've also got my long leg Barbie pajamas if it gets a bit cold in Australia. I've got a black pair of flares, which I think will be really useful, but obviously won't need that in Asia either. And I'm bringing 1 pair of jeans. I think that's reasonable. I know that it's a bit difficult to pack for Australia because there are literally so many climates, which is why I'm bringing like a couple of pairs of jumpers, but nothing crazy, and like 1 pair of jeans, because I've heard it does get quite chilly in the evenings. So basically I want to be prepared for all eventualities, and obviously that sort of clothing takes up more space than the smaller stuff that I've got in that backpack for Asia, because it's so hot that all your small clothing folds down easier than your bulkier stuff like jeans and jumpers. And then I showed my laundry bag. Lauren doesn't really have a tote bag the size that she would like, so I'm going to be taking this one, which I also brought with me to Thailand. It's a really good size. I'm just going to bring this for Lauren's laundry bag. And then you might think I'm silly, but I'm going to be be bringing both my teddies with me. I don't care, I can fit them in the suitcase, so I'm bringing them with me. Sorry if the angle just changed, I had to replace my camera battery, typical. But that's kind of everything that will be going on this side. And on this side it's got like a mesh zip, which I find really useful. This is my toiletries bag. It's a bit bigger than it needs to be right now because when I get to Australia a bit more permanently, I can put those sort of smaller things that were in there in this big one and keep everything in like one space. It's more sort of transportation purposes that I've split everything up so small because then I find it easier to pack. So in this big one, I've just got like these little travel cotton buds. I've put my earrings into little things like this so they don't get lost. Got my other flannel, and this is my little like first aid bag. In here I've just got some Lemsip, some Compeed, some Calpol, some diarrhea stuff, and some plastic. That is my little first aid kit. But yeah, also because it's not full right now, you can sort of like squish it to make it smaller anyway. In here I've got my drone, which I haven't decided if I'm going to transport it in here or put it in like my Kanken for proper hand luggage. But if it needs to, it can fit in here. So this is just my drone. I've got some books in here. Like I said, my books are my vice, and I think that if I can fit some in my suitcase, it doesn't matter as much because I'll be wheeling it, so it doesn't really matter if it's heavy, it's not in my bag. This one is Little Fires Everywhere. I've also got my pens and my notebook. I really like to sort of journal and write down bucket lists and list all the books and TV shows that I've watched throughout the year and make it look really pretty with my nice pens, and that doesn't really take up that much space, so I'm just taking those. Here I also have 4 more books. I don't want to hear any slander in the comments. This is my packing and this is what I'm deciding to take. So I've got Ariadne, The Switch, Hamnet, and maybe In Another Life. Again, I've also got 4 deodorants. These don't take up too much space. And this is the Dove Maximum Protection. This is the one that I really like, and it's the cream twist up. I've had a look, and in Australia it seems you can only get the roll on, but I can fit them in, so I just want to take my 4 deodorants, okay? Don't shout at me. I've also got here my year's supply of the pill in my little like pharmacist bag, just in case they raise any eyebrows about that. Got my AirTag in here. I've also got my sports bra just like tucked away in the corner to go with those leggings. I've got a disposable camera. I thought I would just take some little incense because this jar hardly takes up any space as well, and then hopefully when we get a place in Australia, oh, they smell so good. It's fig and citrus, and they're just like in little incense cones. It will like remind me of home. I think it's really important if you're going somewhere to like live, take just like a couple small things that will remind you of home to like make it a little bit more homely and personable. This is my Kindle. I won't really be needing it for a while because I've got so many physical books, but I'm just taking it in there for eventually, and I'm just gonna pack up everything again. And then if my makeup doesn't go in the backpack, it will also fit in here. I'm not taking too much. I've got like a V face palette which saves a lot of space, and then all that's left to pack is my Kanken, and then I'm also going to take like my little Uniqlo bag, which also kind of doubles up as a bum bag, so I can take that on nights out as well. Oh, look at that! Happy days! This is what the suitcase looks like. I think it should fit in the overhead lockers. I might be able to check it in either way. I'm hoping to travel with this as my like personal item hand luggage. If it does get too full, I have the option to use my Vans bag instead, but I would rather not because, you know, you fill what you take. So this one is smaller. I would rather take this one. I've not packed this just yet because, you know, I've still got a day or two, but I've got my documents in here with like all my flight information printed out, my visas, the Australian working holiday visa, travel insurance, things like that. I all printed out into here. My laptop will also go in here along with chargers for my phone, my laptop portable chargers. This camera will be going in here along with its tripod, and the GoPro will also go in here. I've got my disposable camera that I'm using right now, so the one in the suitcase is like a new one in the packaging, but I've already used some of this up, so I'm going to take this along with me as well. Like I said, those culottes are in here just in case the worst happens and I need to change. I've also got a pair of socks and a pair of pants. My universal travel adapter, which is so handy. This has come everywhere with me so far. It's also got USB ports, which is really useful. I've also got my melatonin just in case I need a little bit of extra help to sleep on the plane. And I'm going to be taking my hardback book, which is, I'm trying to get through before I leave, but I'm about halfway. So I'll probably finish this on the plane and then I can leave it somewhere because hardback is a bit more difficult to transport. So I'm going to take this on the plane, but hopefully by the time I land I'll have finished it. My water bottle will also go in here, and things that I kind of need a little bit more readily, like passport, phone, a portable charger, things like that, that will go in my Uniqlo bag. This is just all my like tech gadgets, and if anything got lost of the other bags, I have like the essentials of what I need. And then this is my little Uniqlo bag. I'm sure you've seen these everywhere, they're absolutely viral. I like to wear mine like this, so it's sort of like a crossbody bum bag. You can fit so much in these. This one used to be the beige one, but I had a little disaster with those green trousers from Morocco and everything is a bit tainted yellow. Still works fine. fine. And in here I've just got my different currencies so far. Passports, things like pads and my pills and plasters, just things that like I might need on me, like on me. This will not leave my side. I think that is everything. There is obviously like a couple of things I still need to put in, like my razor, toothbrush, the chargers. I've also got a little liquids bag with toothpaste so that I can brush my teeth with the Kanken without any of my other bags. On the day when I'm traveling, I'll be wearing my bulky items like a hoodie, my baggy t-shirt, my joggies and my trainers. So I just need to pack 2 pairs of shoes in my bags. So I will be ready to go with this one and that one. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content from me. And I'll see you guys in Cambodia. Bye guys.